Hits end at 4:15. The particular finality of it, the work leaving the draft folder and becoming something submitted, something out of my hands now, belonging to whoever reads it. And the afternoon after the sending has a different quality, concedes it to the relief of the done. Send, the particular relief of send, the afternoon opening up after the closing of the task, the particular filling of the cup with something lighter. Send, the particular relief of send, the work no longer waiting to be finished, to be sent, the afternoon reinstating its own agenda. I always take a moment after just to sit with the sent thing, not to second guess it, not to worry, more to acknowledge the offering of whatever it was to the world, or to whoever's going to read it, and feel the afternoon differently, now that the work has agreed to it being done and out. Send, the particular relief of send, the afternoon opening up after the closing of the task, the particular filling of the cup with something lighter. Send, the particular relief of send, the work no longer waiting to be finished, to be sent, the afternoon reinstating its own agenda. Sending is the bravest part of any afternoon's particular work. The letting go of the imperfect done, the refusing to further shirk. The sending sent at 4:15. The afternoon lighter now, the work out there, the rest of the day mine. Gave myself 10 minutes at 3, just the 10, not more. Stepped away from the screen completely, let the work be behind the door. For 10 particular minutes of the nothing that isn't nothing, just the body away from the working, just the mind doing something other than the task. 10 minutes, not more than 10. That's the deal I make with the rest. 10 minutes of the completely stopped before returning to the best version of the afternoon. 10 minutes, not more than 10. The rest that makes the working better, the pause between the then and the continuing. I sat by the window for the 10, just the sitting, just the looking at whatever the afternoon outside was doing, just the booking of the brief appointment with the not work before the work resumed. around, and the 10 minutes return me to the afternoon, refreshed, renewed, enough for the next section. 10 minutes, not more than 10. That's the deal I make with the rest. 10 minutes of the completely stopped before returning to the best version of the afternoon. 10 minutes, not more than 10. The rest that makes the working better. The pause between the then and the continuing. The rest that's short enough to not lose the momentum of the working. Is the rest worth taking? The 10 minutes not shirking, but serving the afternoon. 10 minutes done, returning. The work's still there, still waiting. The afternoon's still going. Back to it. The same song for the third time now. I hit repeat without quite deciding. Something in it matching the afternoon, something in it worth residing in for longer than the usual single play, and then the next. This particular song for this particular work, this particular afternoon's text. Underneath the working, repeat, repeat the same song for the whole afternoon if needed. The right music for the right work, repeated until the work's completed. Doesn't tire. Repeat, repeat the same song, the familiar becoming the background, the song you stop hearing individually, becoming the afternoon sound that focuses particular ground. I've listened to certain albums so many times in working hours that they've become the texture of the particular works, particular powers. The song and the project merged in the memory of both, so that hearing the song years later brings back the work, the growth of whatever that afternoon was building. Repeat, repeat the same song for the whole afternoon if needed. The right music for the right work, repeated until the work's completed. Doesn't tire. Repeat, repeat the same song, the familiar becoming the background, the song you stop hearing individually, becoming the afternoon sound. The focus is particular ground. The song on repeat isn't distraction, it's the opposite of that. It's the groove, the working habits, the particular habitat of the focused afternoon. Fourth time now, still working the song, becoming the afternoon, the afternoon becoming the work, all of it together. The light changed outside around 4:30, the afternoon beginning its retreat, and And I looked up from the work finally to find the day almost complete, without my particular noticing the hours having passed. Inside the work, inside the focus, the afternoon going fast in the way that focused afternoons do. Looked up and it was later than the last time I had checked, the work having taken the afternoon, the hours having been annexed by the doing. Looked up and it was later, that's the sign of the good afternoon. The time passing inside the working, the day consumed, the evening soon to arrive. I used to find it disorienting to look up and find the day gone, but I've learned to read it differently now as the sign that I was on to something, that the work was real, that the hours were well inhabited, and the light change at the window is the afternoon's particular verdict on what I did with it. Looked up and it was later than the last time I had checked, the work having taken the afternoon, the hours having been annexed by the doing. Looked up and it was later, that's the sign of the good afternoon. The time passing inside the working, the day consumed, the evening soon to arrive. The afternoon that passes quickly is the afternoon that mattered. The one that dragged was something else, the focused one, unhurried and unshattered by the watching of the clock. 4:30, darker outside, the afternoon having passed inside the work well spent. The notebook filling up beside me, ideas arriving at the edge of the main work and needing somewhere to land before the ledge of the forgotten takes them, the side thoughts, the adjacent, the things the work throws up that aren't the work but adjacent to something worth keeping. Notebook beside the main work, catching what the work throws off, the side ideas, the tangential, the thoughts that would be lost without the catching. Notebook beside the main work, the margin notes of the afternoon, everything the work generates besides the work, the boom of the thinking that surrounds it. I'll never use most of what I write there, but the writing keeps the thinking unblocked, unclogged, moving, the side channel linking back to the main work eventually, or just keeping the flow of the afternoon's particular current moving at a pace I know is healthy for the working. Notebook beside the main work, catching what the work throws off, the side Give them somewhere to be while the work continues its particular lane. Notebook beside the main work, catching what the work throws off. The side ideas, the tangential, the thoughts that would be lost without the catching. Notebook beside the main work, the margin notes of the afternoon. Everything the work generates besides the work, the boon of the thinking that surrounds it. Notebook filling, work continuing, both happening at once. The afternoon productive in more ways than one. Done by 4 instead of 5, which almost never happens, and the extra hour stretched ahead with its particular happening of being unscheduled, unplanned. An hour the day gave back to me, and I sat with it a moment before deciding what it should be for the unexpected extra. Done early, afternoon bonus, the hour the day returned. Not planned for, not expected, just given, just earned by the morning's efficiency. Done early, afternoon bonus, what do you do with the extra hour when the work is done and the afternoon still has its power to give something? I used it for the reading that the morning said there wasn't time, and the hour that the work gave back became the hour of the particularly fine afternoon of the unexpected leisure, the gift of the efficient day. And I made a note to try to end early more often, if the work allows. Done early, afternoon bonus, the hour the day returned. Not planned for, not expected, just given, just earned by the morning's efficiency. Done early, afternoon bonus, what do you do with the extra hour when the work is done and the afternoon still has its power to give something? The efficient day gives back time that the inefficient spends twice. Done early is its own reward. The afternoon bonus, the particular price of the morning's focused work. 4 o'clock done, an hour returned, the afternoon's unexpected gift used well. Something clicked around 3:30. The thing that had been unclear since this morning's first attempt at it, suddenly becoming clear. Not because I'd worked at it constantly, more because the afternoon had given it the time it needed to arrange itself to tune. The click of the afternoon clarity the particular arrival of the understanding that was coming will require the work in survival through the unclear, the click of the afternoon clarity, worth the morning's confusion, the thing that seemed impossible at night, finding its particular solution. By 3:30, I've learned to trust this now. The morning's confusion becoming the afternoon's clarity eventually. If the working keeps on coming without forcing the solution, without demanding the arrival of the understanding before it's time, just the patient working's revival, the click of the afternoon clarity, that particular arrival of the understanding that was coming will require the work in survival through the unclear, the click of the afternoon clarity, worth the morning's confusion, the thing that seemed impossible at night, finding its particular solution. By 3:30, don't give up at the morning confusion. The afternoon has different gifts. The clarity that comes by 3 is worth the morning's rest. Clear now, afternoon continuing. The click having done its work, everything making sense. Set a timer for 25 minutes, the particular discipline of the block. Just this contained amount of working, just until the particular clock runs out and gives me back the 5 minutes of the not working before the next 25 begins. The system and its lurking particular effectiveness. 25 minutes, then the rest. That's the afternoon structure, the contained block of the focus, the particular architecture of the productive hour. 25 minutes, then the rest. The work made manageable by the breaking of it into the small and the actionable, the achievable block. The third block is always the hardest, the particular 2 o'clock block where the focus costs the most and the timer becomes the clock. You argue with internally, but the arguing is the working, and by the end of the third block, something's done that the morning's lurking, the list had needed done. 25 minutes, then the rest. That's the afternoon structure, the contained block of the focus, the particular architecture of the productive hour. 25 minutes, then the rest. The work made manageable by the breaking of it into the small and the actionable, the achievable block. The timer is the afternoon's friend, the enemy of the indefinite. The work without a container has no particular place to sit and tend to itself. Timer going, block continuing. The afternoon in its structure, working. working. I stood up at the middle of a sentence just to change the blood and the thinking. Sometimes the body needs the standing when the work starts sinking. Into the chair, into the static of the sitting for too long. And the standing for a minute helps the afternoon along. Stand up in the middle of the afternoon. That's a small reset worth taking. The body moving for a moment before the sitting's recommencing. The recommencing. Stand up in the middle of the afternoon. Walk to the window, walk to the wall. Do the one thing that costs nothing before returning to the hall of the work. I walk to the kitchen and back, just the length of the apartment. 2 minutes of the upright, the particular department of the body that the chair ignores. Briefly activated and came back to the desk slightly. More of what the work required and less of what the sitting accumulates over the afternoon hours. Stand up in the middle of the afternoon. That's a small reset worth taking. The body moving for a moment before the sitting's recommencing. The recommencing. Stand up in the middle of the afternoon. Walk to the window, walk to the wall. Do the one thing that costs nothing before returning to the hall of the work. The body is part of the working, not just the vehicle for the mind. Standing up is also productivity of the overlooked kind. Back at the desk slightly better, the standing having done its work. The sitting resumed more sustainably. Someone cooking in the next apartment, the smell and the sound of it coming through the wall at 3. And I'm here working through it, trying to stay inside the work while the ordinary life of someone else carries on around the edges of my afternoon. My shelf focus slightly compromised, working alongside other people's lives, even through the wall. The sound of someone else's afternoon making itself heard across the hall, across the wall, working alongside other people's lives. A reminder that the working hour is shared, is happening everywhere, each person in their own power of the afternoon. I've made a kind of peace with it, the ambient noise of the building, the lives going on around me, while I almost lurking at the right distance, working alongside other people's lives, even through the wall. The sound of someone else's afternoon making itself heard across the hall. Across the wall, working alongside other people's lives, a reminder that the working hour is shared, is happening everywhere, each person in their own power of the afternoon. The building is full of afternoons, all happening at once, each person in their own particular relationship with what it wants from them today, working alongside other people's lives, even through the wall. The sound of someone else's afternoon making itself heard across the hall. Across the wall, working alongside other people's lives, a reminder that the working hour is shared, is happening everywhere, each person in their own power of the afternoon. Still cooking next door, still working here, the wall between us thin enough for company. Clear the desk before starting the particular ritual of the space. Everything unnecessary move to give the work its place. The coffee to the right, the notebook open, the phone face down and far, and the afternoon arranged around whatever the work requires. Clean desk, clear mind, that's the old equation. The space prepared before the work, the small deliberate preparation. Clean desk, clear mind, the environment set intentionally before the afternoon begins its particular inventory. It took 5 minutes to arrange it, which is 5 minutes I could argue was taken from the working hours, but the working that came after was worth the 5, was more efficient for the cleared and ordered space. And I've made my peace with spending the small preparations great. Clean desk, clear mind, that's the old equation. The space prepared before the work, the small deliberate preparation. Clean desk, clear mind, the environment set intentionally before the afternoon begins its particular inventory. The desk knows when you mean it, when you've made the space for the work. The cleared surface is a signal that the afternoon won't shirk its particular responsibilities. Clean desk, clear mind, that's the old equation. Space prepared before the work, the small deliberate preparation. Clean desk, clear mind, the environment set intentionally before the afternoon begins its particular inventory. Desk clear, work beginning, the work requires. Told myself just one more section before I let the afternoon go. Just this paragraph, just this page, just until the next natural place to slow down and stop and call it done for today, for this particular afternoon. And the one more section becoming two, becoming the particular tune of the productive afternoon's extension. Just one more and one more after. That's how the afternoon gets long, in the best way, in the way that means the work is going strong. Going strong. By the time I finally stopped, it was closer to 5 than 4, and I'd done more than the morning planned, and the afternoon had given more than the particular 2 o'clock had suggested it would give. And I sat back and acknowledged the afternoon for how it lived up to something better than expected. Just one more, then one more after. That's how the afternoon gets long, in the best way, in the way that means the work is going strong. Going strong. The afternoon that surprises you with how much it gave is the one that started slowly and found its own particular wave. 5 o'clock, more done than planned. The afternoon exceeding itself. That's the best kind. Deadline's on Thursday, which means today has a particular kind of room. Not urgent yet, but not unlimited. The middle distance of the loom of something coming, something due, that the afternoon is building toward. The particular productivity of the not yet critical, the comfortable working before the urgent version arrives. Thursday deadline, Monday afternoon, the particular productive middle. Not panicking, not complacent, just working through the riddle of the task. Thursday deadline, Monday afternoon, the best time to do the hard work before the deadline's proximity changes the quality of the quirk into something more pressured. I work better in this window, the not yet urgent, not yet late, where the work can be considered rather than the deadline's weight, compressing everything to urgent, and the quality shows in it. The work done in the middle distance rather than the almost finished sprint. Thursday deadline, Monday afternoon, the particular productive middle, not panicking, not complacent, just working through the riddle of the task. Thursday deadline, Monday afternoon, the best time to do the hard work before the deadline's proximity changes the quality of the quirk into something more pressured. Use the middle distance, well, that's where the best work lives, before the deadline makes it urgent, before the pressure gives everything a different quality. Still Monday, still the middle distance. Thursday coming, we're continuing the good kind of working, the unhurried kind. Finished the one thing I most needed to at 3:47 exactly, and sat for a moment in the finishing. The particular sense of the accurately done thing, the completed the sent, the filed, the crossed off, the closed, and felt the afternoon differently for the having disposed of the thing that had been waiting. Done. That specific one is done. The particular satisfaction of the thing that needed doing, finally seeing some action and being finished. Done. That specific one is done. The afternoon lighter for it, the rest of the list still there, but the most important bit already handled. It's never as long as it seemed from the outside looking at it. The doing is always shorter than the avoiding, and the sitting next to it on the list. And when it's done, it's smaller than the space it took up waiting. Much smaller, much more ordinary than the anticipation suggested. Done. That specific one is done. The particular satisfaction of the thing that needed doing, finally seeing some action and being finished. Done. That specific one is done. The afternoon lighter for it, the rest of the list still there, but the most important bit already handled. The thing you've been avoiding is never as bad as the avoiding. The doing takes an afternoon, the not doing takes everything. Done at 3:47, the afternoon carrying on. Lighter now, notably lighter. Four o'clock and pleasantly tired, the kind that means the day was real. The particular weight of the afternoon that the body's starting to feel. Not the heavy tired of the wasted day, more the earned tired of the done. The particular difference between the two kinds when the afternoons run most of its course. Pleasantly tired at 4 o'clock, that's the afternoon's good version. The body knowing work was real without the complete dispersion of energy. Pleasantly tired at 4 o'clock, the right kind of the afternoon's end. The tiredness that means you were present for whatever the hours were meant to accomplish. I stretch at the desk and feel it, the particular physical accounting of the hours spent sitting and thinking, and the small physical mounting of the work, and the body's record of the day and what it held. And the tired feels like proof of something, like something accomplished, something held together through the afternoon. Pleasantly tired at 4 o'clock, that's the afternoon's good version. The body knowing work was real without the complete dispersion of energy. Pleasantly tired at 4 o'clock, the right kind of the afternoon's end. The tiredness that means you were present for whatever the hours were meant to accomplish. The pleasant tired at 4 o'clock is the afternoon signature, the body's way of signing off on what the hours were worth. 4 o'clock, tired in the right way, almost done, almost evening, almost turn. The list looked long this morning, now it's just a little long. And that distinction matters in the particular song of the afternoon's accounting of what has and hasn't moved. And the afternoon is better when the list has been improved by the morning's particular effort. List getting shorter, afternoon later, that's the satisfying math of the day that does what it should, the productive particular path through the hours. List getting shorter, afternoon later, the crossing off of things is its own reward, its own music, the small achievement that it brings to the afternoon's rhythm. 2 things left of the original 5, which is better than it looked at 9, when the whole list seemed like more than the day had room to find. Time for hours for energy, but the afternoon proved otherwise, and the 2 remaining feel manageable in the light of what has been done by the afternoon's particular attention. List getting shorter, afternoon later, that's the satisfying math of the day that does what it should, the productive particular path through the hours. List getting shorter, afternoon later, the crossing off of things is its own reward, its own music, the small achievement that it brings to the afternoon's rhythm. Don't start with the easy ones or end with only the hard. The list works best when varied, each crossing off its own reward. List getting shorter, afternoon later, that's the satisfying math of the day that does what it should, the productive particular path through the hours. List getting shorter, afternoon later. The crossing off of things is its own reward, its own music, the small achievement that it brings to the afternoon's rhythm. Two things left, afternoon continuing, the list almost done, the day almost earned, almost. Found the right song at 2:30, the one that matched the pace I needed. Not too fast, not too slow, just the rhythm that succeeded in carrying the afternoon forward without demanding the attention that the wrong song would have taken from the work, from the intention. Right song, right pace, right afternoon, that's the combination. Music that holds the work without creating complication for the concentration. Right song, right pace, right afternoon, the particular music of the working, steady underneath the doing, neither pushing nor lurking, too loud in the foreground. I've spent years finding the right kind of music for the afternoon work, the kind that helps without distracting, that moves without the jerk of something too interesting, too demanding of the ear. And this one has it right today, the music and the work both clear and moving at the same pace. Right song, right pace, right afternoon, that's the combination. Music that holds the work without creating complication for the concentration. Right song, right pace, right afternoon, the particular music of the working, steady underneath the doing, neither pushing nor lurking, too loud in the foreground. The right music for the working is a personal and specific thing. What holds one person's focus might disrupt another's beginning. Still playing, still working, the music doing what it's for, holding the afternoon steady. Lost the thread somewhere around 3, a particular unraveling of whatever focus I had built since lunch, the particular traveling out of the work and into the vague and unproductive middle of an afternoon that had been going well until the focus did its riddle of disappearing without our warning. Focus lost, afternoon somewhere between the productive and the not. Now giving up, just acknowledging the particular spot I've arrived at. Focus lost, afternoon somewhere. Finding the thread again takes time, the music helping with the searching, the steady beat, the line I'm following back. I've learned not to panic at the losing of the afternoon's concentration, just to note it, just to notice and make the small adjustments patient enough to work. The music changed, the posture shifted, the water drunk, and find the focus coming back through the patient particular funk of the 3 dip. Focus lost, afternoon somewhere between the productive and the not giving up, just acknowledging the particular spot I've arrived at. Focus lost, afternoon somewhere. Finding the thread again takes time, the music helping with the searching, the steady beat, the line I'm following back. The focus always can be found again, it just requires the patience of not forcing it, of circling back, of the gentle perseverance. Thread found again, afternoon continuing, the focus returning, as it always does, eventually. The third coffee of the afternoon, which is one more than I planned for, but the work was asking for it, and the kitchen was the answer before. The next section, the next paragraph, the small ritual of the making of something warm to carry back to the desk, to the undertaking. Coffee break mid-afternoon, the particular permission of the pause, not stopping, just refueling before the next without a cause to lose momentum. Coffee break mid-afternoon, the kettle doing what it does, the work waiting at the desk for the return for what it was before the coffee. I stand at the counter while it brews, not checking anything, just standing in the particular reset of the minute, the kitchen giving its own landing to the thoughts that need a moment away from the screen's particular ask, and come back slightly clearer for the distance from the task. Coffee break mid-afternoon, the particular permission of the pause, not stopping, just refueling before the next without a cause to lose momentum. Coffee break mid-afternoon, the kettle doing what it does, the work waiting at the desk for the return for what it was before the coffee. The coffee break is part of the work, not the avoiding of it. The mind needs the kitchen minute to do what the desk can't fit. Coffee made, returning now, the desk looking more possible from this distance. The window keeps pulling my attention away from the screen, away from the page. Something about the afternoon outside, drawing the eye from the workstage. A cloud of birds, someone below, walking their dog in the afternoon light. And I keep returning to the window when the work puts up a fight. Window versus work, afternoon edition. That's the particular distraction. The outside looking easier somehow, and the inside's demanded action. Demanded action. I move my chair away from the window, an old trick, a known solution. Put my back to the afternoon light, the particular resolution of the person who knows themselves well enough to know the weakness and adjust the environment accordingly before the outside completes its takeover of the afternoon. Window versus work, afternoon edition. That's the particular distraction. The outside looking easier somehow, then the insides demanded action. Demanded action. Know your distractions, manage the room. That's the afternoon simple lesson. The window is beautiful and the work needs doing, and the chair position is the question. Back to the window now, work resuming. The outside still there for later, the inside getting its turn first.